Hello, I'm Caitlin Wilson, and I'm going to tell you about my experience on a mission trip when I went to the Dominican Republic. It was the morning of June 3rd, 2011, and my youth group and I traveled to Atlanta to catch a flight to the Dominican Republic. Well, when I got on this flight, I realized just how small it was. It was extremely tiny. We were basically sitting on each other's laps. There was no elbow room, no wiggle room, no breathing room. There was no room on this plane at all. We were packed in there like sardines. But I kept telling myself, it's only for a few hours. Quit making a big deal about it. You can quit being a baby. Suck it up and deal with it. Well, when we landed in the Dominican Republic, I immediately felt the heat. The first thought that went through my brain was, how the blinkety blink am I going to make it through this week? It was hot as Hades. The heat was so overpowering. I stepped off the plane and sweat was already pouring down off of me. No joke, I probably lost 10 pounds in sweat just that day. And at this moment, I realized it was going to be a long, hot, miserable experience. But it was only for a week, and I'd be back in America where I belonged. We were greeted by the summer interns and the missionaries at the airport. They had huge smiles on their face, hugs, laughter, and it made me feel at home. I was reassured I was here for a reason. We climbed into the back of the Daihatsu, which is like a car, and we traveled to the camp. Well, when we got to the camp, which was about 2 hours away from the airport, that's when the real work began. We hosted 3 VBSs throughout the week. We had a community day where we went into the city of Obita and ministered to the people. We had a hospital day where we visited the people that were sick and the staff and the families and prayed over them for peace and comfort and asking God to heal them, or whatever his will be done, just let it happen. But my most memorable experience was when we went to the dump. Now, I'm not talking about the bathroom, but this place could be compared to a trash landfill here, 10, 15 times, 100 times bigger, stinkier. Children ranging from infants to 18-year-olds, mothers, fathers, grandparents, prostitutes, homeless people all lived in this place. It was incredibly heartbreaking. When we arrived, it was probably dusk, the sun was setting, and then over here towards the right, there was a huge hill, and all these people started running down. And I was like, oh my goodness, these people are running towards us, the Americans. Well, we prayed with them, we had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with them, we did the little girls' nails, we read them stories, anything that they wanted to do, we did. We were there for them. But my favorite part of the evening was the mentor time. I was paired up with a girl named Esmeralda. She was about 15 years old at the time, and she had a very rough path. She told me her story, where she had come from, the things that she had did, and the things that she regretted. And at that moment, I realized I was here for a reason. God brought Esmeralda in my life for a reason. It wasn't to bring glory to my name. It was to be the hands and feet of Jesus Christ. Esmeralda showed me that I was living very selfishly. I always wanted the bigger, the better, the newest things out in the market, but Esmeralda was content with what she had. And to this moment and to this day, I will cherish that conversation that we had that evening. And I cannot wait to go back this summer to see what God is doing in her life. Well, that is my story to the Dominican Republic. Thank you.